wouldn't say it's top 5 beats that I've done.
Yeah, obviously now because
Did you still make beats?
Yeah, but more for fun now. It's not like when I was doing it back then, it was like I'm trying to do producing, but now it's more like it's a hobby.
What changed?
Just like my perspective on the industry, like
I
like having sessions for like different artists that like I don't fuck with, but then it's like you have to do it.
Listen, my boyfriend, he does producing, and I think that's actually why it hasn't gone anywhere yet, because
you have to work with like
shit people that want.
You have to find the right artist, otherwise it's a myth. I stopped doing music because of that whole play, because everything's about image and what things look like. It's not real. A lot, like I got a couple of real friends from music, but there were other things that I just didn't like, especially doing it all yourself in terms of managing it and that. It's a myth. Like it's hard work. You need at least a couple other people helping you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's that as well. Like the whole artist thing is just one part of it, and then the other thing is like you come out of it with like no real friends. Like sometimes you're there, like
just trying to use people for the come up.
That's exactly what it is.
And even just like when you're working with your friends and you're just trying to have fun and do it, there's an element where you have to be like, right,
somewhat
we gotta
serious.
we have to do like this song this way. Like I remember there was a session I was doing.
Stop being fun.
Yeah. Like I had
me,
beats that I was playing, and like I think at the end of it, one of them was like, oh yeah, but bro, like I'm not gonna lie, like you gotta make your beats like short, like 2 minutes, bro. Like every radio song has to be like 2 minutes, which is true.
No, it's not.
Nah,
It's
like
not.
it's kind of true.
It's not. That's
like
a lie.
2-3 minutes.
Bro, I've heard songs on radio. It depends how hard the song is, fam. Like you think a song with 9 man on it, like the most recent remix of the thing we just spoke about, is 2 minutes long. That's like 3-4 minutes, fam. It's cap.
But I think it's a thing where like, in terms of just music that you hear nowadays, like a lot of things, you don't really hear like 4-minute songs as much.
Yes, but there's no limit. Like if the song's good enough,
I get what you mean, but I think what they were getting at was like they're hearing my beats here, and it's beats without the artist on it. So I guess that's why they were saying it. When it's just like the beat playing itself, just the instrumental, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. For them, it's like,
I hear that.
yeah. It's like, okay,
but
after.
Have some perspective though.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
You need to know that it's gonna sound like it's going on.
Exactly. Because I'm like, as a producer, I'm hearing it from like the end point, not just like I've made it and like this is how the beat sounds and it's good. It's like when I put someone on it, it will bang. But yeah, that's just part of it, I guess.
So, guys are quite, you're pretty talented, so if you ever want to get back into it, you should.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I mean, I'm keeping it up, but I don't know, like, future-wise, if I'm like music in general, like the industry, I still want to get into it. So like music publishing, helping like artists or songwriters get into like different avenues, like not just record labels, but like movies, games, advertisements, like having placements in there. Because I think like a lot of young artists, like they don't understand the business as much, and they just think, oh, it's about getting a deal and then like I'm gonna blow and everything. Like they don't understand they really
so many elements to the industry.
So many things they can do as well that are just as fun and just as good.
And it's so small.
Exactly.
In terms of the UK music industry, there's a lot of I hate to use words like this, but it's a bum-sucky culture. Everyone knows everyone, and once you piss one person off who has a position and status, you're kind of finished. That's the way it works, because everyone talks. Like, I now work in radio. I'm not going to say where exactly I work, because obviously. But yeah, it's that kind of industry. Everyone knows everyone. People have worked here before. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially in terms of the type of music we were creating. It's even smaller. Do you get what I'm saying? So
you work full time in radio?
Now I do, yeah. It's very recent. It's in the last couple of months, actually.
Oh, well done.
So yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna speak how I feel. I don't really like.
Nah, that's fair. But see what you were saying with the song Where You Come From, and how you found it like it was iconic that he brought all of them legends together.
Yeah. For
that one song. With DJ Khaled and like how he brings about collaborations and that, and I think we should kind of explain as well like what DJ Khaled is, because there'll still be people to this day that don't understand like what he does, that they just think he screams in the song and he's just shouting his name or whatever. He's a producer in the traditional sense.
He's an executive producer, which means he puts up the money for the sessions.
Yeah.
They can't come together unless his money pays for the session. So he does do something. Yeah. Even though I believe he's a culture vulture to a certain extent, That's my opinion.
Well, that's what.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask and then get into that.
I'm gonna be real, but I commend the fact that he did go to Jamaica and try to immerse himself in it to an extent on that song. But he is a culture vulture.
Yeah.
That's I'm a stand on my square on that.
But
you know
yeah. Essentially, he is a producer in the sense that he's bringing people together. So he'll have producers in one room. He'll bring the artists together. He'll tell the producers, yo, play this beat. Okay, next beat. He'll find one that he likes, and then he'll say, yo, jump on this one. I'm gonna get this person and this person, jump on that, and then that's how he like curates his albums.
Yeah, it's an old school producer, because nowadays we think of producers as
like the
laptop,
beat-makers.
you're making the beat yourself.
Yeah.
The old school producers used to pay for the sessions. So you see
Diddy.
P. Diddy, Berry Gordy, them man there, the old school producers that had the super labels, that's what they used to do. Like, those lot never were at the sound system playing instruments. They were
some of them could like they're musical people,
Yeah,
but
I'm
they're
not
just
saying
not
it
like.
work, but
it's
you know
like
what I mean,
technical.
innit?
Yeah. When it gets technical, they're not really involved like that.
and they had a team of super producers. Like,
But I think essentially like DJ Khaled is a super producer because he's
a super producer.
He goes to the level of like, I'm literally gonna bring you, like, he's a big name, so big names come to him to do something, or he'll reach out and then they'll be like, it's DJ Khaled.
I think it's important to get some context behind Khaled though. He was part of Terror Squad, innit?
Oh, okay.
Terror Squad, so Fat Joe.
I actually didn't even know that.
I mean, if you see the old videos, he's in there.
I heard like one song where they shout him out.
Yeah. Hey Khaled, I see you.
He's definitely in.
Hey Khaled, I see you. Yeah, that's
definitely in the Lean Back video.
Yeah, and he also, I think it's the intro, he gets a shout out there. Still. But yeah. So he's been a part of the culture. I'll still stick by that point though. But I think the album was just a DJ Khaled album, just a collection of songs. You'll like some, you'll dislike others. It's meant to have hits on there. It's not meant to be a fantastic body of work. The best thing he did was Major Key. That's the closest he got to a body of work. But even then,
that's the thing.
It's a bit meaty.
So
as a body of work,
what I want to ask is, because he's been doing this for a while now, but now it's changed. So I think from Major Key, it's going to a point now where like he'll just have albums with like big names on each song, and it'll be like 3 or 4 people, or at least like 2 people on each song. And some of the collaborations, you're looking at the names, and it's like
it don't make sense.
It don't really make sense. He had her. Amigos
we going crazy.
I didn't hear that song.
I heard it because what?
Yeah.
But it's just a thing where her part was good. There was just a bit of cussing in it, so I tried to enjoy it. But obviously, I'm hearing the cussing. I'm just getting mad. Yeah. But I do believe it's getting washed. I think it's because the authentic relationships are going. He had an authentic relationship with people like Busta and Rick Ross. That's why the tunes like all I do is win. They sound better because you can tell at least some of them are friends, or not friends, but industry friends, where like we can roll up together.
You work together and everything's
have a rapport.
Exactly.
Do you get it?
Because now he's got names like there was Justin Timberlake on one tune, Justin Bieber. I think recently like he's tried to get him on more stuff as well, and
all that stuff with Bieber and Quavo, and that sounds rubbish.
It just sounds quite like, I think he's found like Quavo as well, like him, Bieber,
Chance the Rapper and them, man.
Chance the Rapper, and that, like they're the people that he'll go to for like the sort of like the like cute little hits, like where the hooks are just like catchy, you're on them.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
That kind of stuff, and it's like he's found the formula for that, and then everything else he's doing around that, it's like big names, like mad beats. The beats for me, they're actually fine. But then you actually like, some of them, the collaborations are that they don't make sense.
Because they're just who's hot at the time.
So do you think like Khaled now, like he's not even really, like has he ever really been like that guy to actually bring people together, like make a solid album with them?
Because he don't have the knack that, as much as I don't like P. Diddy has the knack for getting artists that make sense. When you get Genuine and Other Man on a song, I Need a Girl, that made sense. Usher and Loon, that made perfect sense. And the collabs with Mason, Big and them lot, they all made sense. Yes, all of them might not have been best of friends, but musically they meshed. Sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
So why do you think DJ Khaled has like been able to remain like relevant for so, like, I don't, maybe not now,
because of the Snapchat, he was able to cultivate and curate.
I almost forgot that era as well.
Cultivate the Snapchat
talks and that, innit?
Yeah.
But he was successful before that.
I'm not saying he wasn't,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
saying that blew his profile up to where he's become
He was
a
a
different
lot more mainstream
figure.
now.
Like the time I'm calling him a culture vulture, I'm not disrespecting his contribution to the industry. He's done a lot, but I call it as I see it. I don't think he has the love for the music the same way other people do. In my opinion, I think that the Snapchat and all that stuff is forced. Because what it was is that he basically saw that he was a personality and said, "I'ma milk this because this is how I act in videos. I'ma now take the piss out of myself."
But I think what we need to something needs to understand is this is probably who he is. Like, he's
that's-
actually
I
probably,
can't lie.
that's
No
literally
one
my
has
point.
ever seen a moment where he's like by
he
himself.
had, he
This is-
slipped up.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's lying. What I'm saying is that he saw himself in videos like the obvious, like "Welcome to my hood," all that old stuff, how he behaved, and said, "You know, this is kind of funny. I can turn this into like a meme." And he hit when Snapchat was at the point. It was about 2016, 2017, yeah. Donnie hit it right there when everyone was on the social media. It's like the whole TikTok thing now. Like the whole TikTok thing when man are making songs, them not, you know what I'm saying?
He capitalized on it.
Yeah,
Right.
capitalize it. It makes sense.
Proper.
I don't even think he's even been an artist like that. Do you get it?
Yeah,
I
he's
knew he was
not,
gonna
but
grab
he's.
Oh, now you're the show courtesy.
Words.
It's cool, brother.
Words.
This is cool, brother.
Words.
You know what I'm saying?
Words. But yeah, no, because like 2000 and when did All I Do Is Win come out?
That was like 2010.
2010. So 2010 to 2014, I
He
would
was
say.
still doing the same thing, but it
Yeah.
wasn't the social media present because it weren't there.
Yeah.
Then I think he saw himself and reflected on that and said, "This makes sense to market myself around. Why not market myself around this? This is me and how I behave. Why not I make the joke out of myself?" But he thinks people are laughing at him when he's laughing at us, laughing at... Do you get it? That type of stuff.
He's laughing to the bank.
That's what I'm saying. He's laughing at us, laughing at him while he makes money. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong, but that's the way I've seen it.
There's one, like there was one moment where that could actually like cut your theory out short because basically, I think it was the album before this one.
Tyler, the Creator thing.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah,
And they
but
had
he
that
was
whole
just
video.
angry, though. He's a waste man for
Wait,
this,
wait.
so-
Before
Go
we
on.
say it, the video, was he driving when he was talking as well?
Yeah, something like that.
Waste man. Well,
Talking
bro, he
about
was
this.
bare angry.
Basically,
Oh my god.
Tyler the Creator released that album. I don't remember the name of it.
Eagle.
Which people love. I've not heard, but I've
Is
heard.
that when he first came back to the UK as well? Is it
Yeah,
around that time?
around that time, and everyone loved it, and I think it went to #1 ahead of DJ Khaled's album. And obviously, he made a video on Instagram or something, just cussing, like, but cussing politely.
Subliminally
It was
as
like
well.
a sub shot in it. It was a Jay-Z Drake type thing. Like, I'm not gonna say your name, but you know I'm talking about you. Type
Okay.
thing. That sort of something, yeah. And then obviously his fans said, "This isn't like you, Khaled," so he obviously took it down. Because he's usually
That's a slip
It's
up.
all about
Positive, Mr. Positivity,
That's a
innit?
slip up there, though. That's a slip up because he's actually showing.
No,
that
but
he
that's real
genuinely-
him. He's just pissed off that he can get the number
Yeah,
one.
I think at the end of the day.
No, but
everyone-
his argument was that like he made hits and like his album, his thing should be recognized.
His
for that.
album was
But-
meaty as well.
but
That was funny.
What it was, yeah. The way sales are counted and that is a lot different, isn't it? Obviously, like back then it was like CD sales and like that accounted for like
It was
a
literally
larger
only CDs.
percentage of things, isn't it? Now, because it's streams, they don't count for the same amount as CD sales. But
There's
then
a
you can
certain
also
number.
there's a certain number. But then you can also count.
I think it's. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's. Is it 10,000 streams per one album sale?
I'm not too sure,
Something
but
like
that's it's a number like that, isn't it? But what it is as well, and the same thing happened with the dispute between Nicki Minaj and Travis Scott, like selling merch as well. When you package it with
When they
like
do the
your
bundle.
when you do a bundle and that it's like it can count towards your
She got so mad about that. I remember it now.
It can count towards your album sales, or I think like Billboard like
does.
they've scrapped it now, or I don't know like what it
At
was one
the
of the other.
time, but obviously she complained about it. I was going to say something else, but she
I
complained about it.
feel like there's been so many things like that. So it's not just Jay-Z done that as well. He did it with the download of
It's Tidal, and then before that he did the whole
Android only.
and then before that he did the whole I think it was the 2013 album Magna Carta.
Holy Grail, yeah.
There was the Samsung deal,
Sorry, that's what I meant.
And
The
he's-
Samsung deal.
and he sold a million
sold
before it came out.
To Samsung, so he got a #1. Before.
Yeah, and he sold a million before it came out, and everyone got upset about that.
Yeah. So I think the main argument was about that. But I think he also felt slanted because like people like I'm not too sure. Maybe this is a thing where he knows a lot more than what's going on, and he's actually quite aware of it. But you know, Tyler the Creator's music is not that album that he released. It wasn't really like hip hop. It's more
He was singing.
like alternative,
Okay.
like not R&B, but like his kind of style of music in it. Like he takes from hip hop and he's made his own thing. But that, you know, within like hip hop was like lauded as like, oh, like he's doing this thing, like it's big, and he has his own fan base as well that really like fuck with his music. So as soon as as soon as he releases something, they're on it. So I guess like part of the reason why he got to number one was because of that and the merch sales and everything else. And he's seeing it as like, yo, like why do you lot fuck with this over my stuff? Like you know I'm the guy.
But it's
to make
ego
hits.
though. I genuinely thought that was ego because it's for why aren't you happy for a man to get number one? That's very weird.
I hear that, but what if you put so much effort and time, especially you as a producer, you yourself.
But it's to go into
but
social media though.
Let's take it like that because it's different. With Khaled, he's not the producer.
He's
the
a
guy
making no beats.
No, he is. He is. Yeah, he puts the money in. It's his projects and everything. But like, I imagine for him, right, he's getting other people to do the beats for him. He's getting the artists together. But because he's already built the relationship with that, it's a lot easier on that side. The effort that he's putting in now is more to like the marketing and that. Because now he's seen the opportunity to promote his music in a different way rather than the way he was doing it before. Now he has the Snapchat platform, Instagram, YouTube, like all of that stuff. He's more like, all right, the music I can handle because I know what I'm doing. I just got to make sure everything else is patterned on that side.
I think it's ego to get someone to record you to do it. There's no problem with a human reaction to something because everyone's human and everyone has times where, and they've seen it back.
You're saying that he put it on.
He uploaded it, that everyone saw it. There's not an issue with you being upset that a next man's gone number one. I'm sure hundreds of thousands of artists have been upset and felt like that. Like Michael Jackson and Prince had disputes all the time about who's the better artist. It's about uploading it to social media when your platform is based on positivity. It's a negative post. You try to cloud it in this language that is not that, but it is. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my issue.
I hear you, but at the end of the day,
yeah, but it's just a posting thing. That was my issue with it. There's no problem with reacting to it and not liking it, or even saying "fuck my man."
I just found
that's how you feel.
Like he was driving when he did it. Like,
was he in the road?
Probably, yeah. Something like that. I don't even remember that too tough.
But yeah, man, that's DJ Khaled, isn't it? Who else done something? J. Cole done something, but we're not gonna do that today because that's
for another day.
That's another day. It's another
big boy
day.
project. Though.
Another day.
So you both listened to it, yeah?
Yes.
I haven't.
Yeah.
You know it was.
No, because you messaged me and then you were like, oh yeah, let's do that. I was like, oh shit.
I was
just as I was listening to the first
so
one.
I heard half of it at work, and then the other half of it I heard was like in my own time last night because I got home mad late. So I was like,
okay.
So I just like the songs I was proper feeling is like boom.
Top tier?
Cole is top tier, bro.
Alright.